Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. If you guys want to skip a rant right at the beginning, it's going to be a donation rant. Go ahead and skip a minute or two ahead. Really fast, yeah, I'm going to hop on, well, I guess it's not hopping on the bandwagon. I'm going to ask for donations as well. I know Moletrap has just done it recently. We actually came to the same conclusion kind of separately and then reconvened and talked about it. I'm doing it simply because I had a conversation with someone who will go unnamed. She's a really great person now online about commentary. And I was saying last month I was having trouble meeting the electricity, and I actually owe someone for my internet bill, for quite a bit of internet bill actually. And I was like, man, I hope I can keep doing commentary as a result of this. And he's saying, well, you can go to you should ask for donation, because I bet your fans would be happy to help you keep doing commentaries in that regard. And after that logic, it makes a lot of sense to me. So gonna open up donations, specifically that, and hopefully to save some money to get a new computer, because I'm really gonna need a new computer to do a lot of the streaming things I want to do, specifically doing lagless live streaming commentary, or even any first-person VODs in the future. I can do NetHack. NetHack doesn't lag, but other stuff does. So opening that up. And I had a couple people actually on the last donations. They asked if they could donate regularly. You go ahead and PM me, and I'll see if I can figure that out for you. But otherwise, there actually have been a couple people asked to get if they could donate and get their replay, an audio of one of their replays done. I've already done that, so if you want to donate for that, I'll do that. Or if you want a video file, I wouldn't mind getting a donation to do that either. So, but otherwise, still going to be doing this for free as long as I can. Still going to be enjoying StarCraft, and nothing's going to change. Just going to open that up. So, nothing's changing, except if you guys want to, go ahead. That's all I'm saying. And there's that 1-minute rant. I apologize for that. Just wanted to get it out of the way. Hope you guys are enjoying the games thus far, and this is the beginning of the Pro League season. Set 4, actually, the Pro League season. This is going to be Sea Shield versus Fantasy, SKT versus MBC. Should be a fun one. So this is kind of the battle of the mental lapses here. Fantasy was one game away from an OSL championship and just hit a wall named Jadong, where via Sea on the other end, he's been slumping a little bit lately. Hasn't been playing up to his crazy level, I would say. He's one of those guys who's never been able to make it very far in the individual leagues, but he's known for just steady pacing in Pro League, just get win after win after win. Last season didn't do as hot as he usually does. Usually he's one of those guys that you'd put up like alongside Lita, but it's like Lita was kind of doing what he usually does last Pro League season. Anyway. So Fantasy versus C, and I feel like Fantasy is the more creative player, but C is the better VT player, if that makes any sense. And they're going to be playing on Destination, which is 50% Terran versus Terran. And it's a pretty good opening match. I think this is a good set to put out. I feel like it's both these guys could use a win to kind of put a feather in the cap for the kind of confidence booster. I think either one is capable of taking other out, and so it should be a pretty epic Terran versus Terran. Destination is a really fun match to watch Terran versus Terran on, just because dropship play is so important with those ridges and tank. It makes it more entertaining, because I think you end up seeing more aerial battles. It looks like we're going to get underway here momentarily. But yeah, Shinhan Bank. This is, I think, the first match for SKT, MBC. And SKT, of course, they're such a stacked team. I'm surprised they don't end up winning more championships overall. 12 o'clock position, we have Fantasy in... Wow. Already sent an SCV out to do some cheese right off the bat. Sea Shield starting the 6 o'clock position in purple. Yeah, another sneeze commentary here. Yeah, that's right. You guys get the special sneeze commentary. That means it's going to be extra good. But cheese right off the bat. Fantasy sending a scout right out of the base. Sea looking a little bit uncomfortable already. You can see him just kind of sighing and settling into his seat. Let's see if he's going to scout this out. Wow. And Fantasy usually scouts after barracks, and if he does in fact scout after barracks in a situation instead of a little bit earlier, he will end up in a bit of trouble. It is a two-player map. Cheese can end up powerful as a result. And Fantasy building that barracks right on the front door. You got to have balls here. And so it's going to come down to just sheer luck. 4 SCVs on the line, starting to mine. Not even an 8 racks build. This is racks on the 5th SCV. Supply depot down for Sea Shield. Hopefully, again, Sea Shield, there's no way he's going to go 14 command center, but again, he could send out a very late scout. And the question is who can establish position on that ramp, really, is if C can get a couple troops on that ramp, bring the SCVs out to blockade, and just use kind of some of that SCV damage. Actually, I wonder if that'll work out to Fantasy's favor, because keep in mind that ramp does work as a bit of a funnel, and if you can kind of hold that ramp with a lot of Marines, even though there's that 1/3 miss chance, if he just has a pure amount of Marines that's larger, he can kind of use that funnel to force the SCVs to come one at a time, and as a result, he'll only be facing 2 SCVs against his Marines on the front line versus something else, and it looks like he's sending that barrack up, and now that's, you see that scout coming in. I'm not sure that C's really going to think anything of it. He's just going to think, okay, a little bit earlier a scout, and that scout in the base, oh, let's see, yeah, that SCV is going to commit. Whew. It's a good thing that wasn't sending out in the field. And now that first Marine coming in, so it's going to be a barrack down. That first Marine immediately being rush up. C still might know what's going on. He's bringing 3 SCVs off the line, still not scouting down. He still might think, okay, well, this is just a forward-built barracks to harass me. This might not be something. No, now he's bringing 5 SCVs, so he does know, in fact, what is happening. That barracks still not up. Let's see if he can pick off that SCV. Building the barracks, not quite able to. Just a sliver of health. Looks like that's been taken out. Now Fantasy, yeah, just going back and forth, trying to keep that SCV down and trying to do economic damage in the meantime. And what he needs to do is, yeah, keep the amount of SCVs and the amount of Marines in the base superior, and keep those. Oh, I gotta back up. Keep those Marines alive. C is doing a fantastic job of hurting those Marines away and not letting them get a lot of shots. You can see just kind of the time he's working on it. Now getting, yeah, and just getting a little too greedy there. 4 Marines up on the front door now, inside the base, but still those SCVs wandering back and forth. C is not mining with those in the meantime, and this might give Lita a slight economic edge. Let's see if that bunker is going to go down in the meantime. There's that bunker on the front door. Now the SCVs definitely have to push and attack in. 4 Marines in that backfield. Looks like they are going to stand there and start attacking. 1 Marine to the north, and they're going to try to pick that SCV off. It's critical that SCV stays alive, because if it does get picked off, this rush, he's going to be a little bit dead in the water. He's not going to be able to get that bunker up, and more Marines getting, oh, 1 Marine down, but the rest up. The bunker is up. The SCV has been taken out. It's not going to be repaired, but if he can get some Marines in that bunker, it'll be absolutely critical. C continuing to try to hold that front line. 1 Marine, he looks pissed. Lost so many SCVs up to this point. I believe this has been successful. Cheese still doing a fantastic job of blocking that front ramp off, but you can see that bunker burning, but still it looks like about half health, but not down. Now Fantasy continuing to make a run at this. Ooh, it's going to be really close here. It's still a chance. With 1 Marine left, 1 versus 5 with not a lot of SCVs to support. Another SCV coming up into the mix. Another SCV taken down on the front line, and C is microing this very well. And let's see if there's going to be a run for the bunker. The second SCV coming up and getting in the attack ranks. No Marines, 4 Marines in the backfield. They are going to be able to get into the bunker, and that is going to be game. And that bunker is in range to take damage with an SCV there to repair. It should be at a single SCV wandering up and getting a quick little hit of a kill there. Now that bunker being lifted off. Now the question is, nope, that's GG from C. Beautiful game. Nice from Fantasy. Fantasy going up, just kind of out microing C. You can see the frustration on C's face. He's you got to smile at those. You got to smile sometimes. A little bit aggravated, but nice win there by Fantasy. Going to put SKT up 1-0. Hope guys enjoyed it. Again, just check out the link or PM me for the donation thing. Thanks for listening.